And then over time, the joint just, it needed a break. So he put in the little piece of plastic.
The NTI?
Calm down.
Yeah.
And then I took it out because I'm like.
Can you show me?
Yeah.
Drop it in real quick.
I put this in, and then I take it out. But the same thing happens with the anterior deprogrammer, which obviously doesn't work anymore because I got canines now.
Yeah.
That's why you made it so small.
Yeah.
To get
Yeah.
so it doesn't interfere.
Yep.
You take this thing out, and literally, it goes right back to almost kind of like moving forward, but not way forward.
Yeah.
Because again, I still couldn't feel anything where my bite was, so I had to look in the mirror,
Yeah.
and it was kind of like, it kind of surpassed the canines, like they weren't in the mix at all. I'm like, you know what? Yes, this is kind of weird, but what this showed me is kind of like what I've read and what I actually believe.
Yeah.
Take out the cartilage, take out the tendons, scoop this whole damn thing out, damage or not. If that's the case where this mattered so much, why can this little piece of whatever take away clicking, take away pain, take away everything? This video has to run because I watched all the videos, and for the videos why I'm here, and yeah, there wasn't a video that matched me exactly.
No, yours is unique.
Yeah, but I was able to put the data together.
I've never done this on someone that was so deranged in the joint, and that's why I was so like.
Someone sitting out there literally in pain and going through hell on disability and thinking, will I ever get my life back? And they're not able to put the pieces together. Like not everyone thinks like I think, and they're thinking there's no hope, and they could possibly watch my video and know that there is hope.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
Like, how can I not put a video out there? I go, Dr. Nick, I know that he can literally adapt the bite to mimic a split with no split.
That's kind of what we're doing.
And that, like,
but you see, you can't do that. You can't do this long term though. You know, your other guys told you that.
Right.
They're right.
You can't be on a split
But the
long
DTR
term.
thing, what it does, remember I told you in the beginning, it's going to push the forces forwards. You're still going to touch in the back,
right?
But it's going to be nominal.
It's going to, yes.
And it's not so much when you bite flat down that matters. What matters is so it's a little bit touch when you bite flat down.
Kind of.
But when you start chewing, when you start going left and right, it disengages super quick, and then that shuts the muscles down, and then everything starts getting a chance to heal. So bone should remodel.
And you can actually, I can actually see that.
And inflammation, we're hoping is going to go down.
It's going to go down.
Yeah, I hope.
All of it.
So some people adapt. Some
See,
people
now
don't.
if you don't adapt, it's going to be surgery time.
Overnight, I was riding home, and I'm like, bro, this feels so. I'm on 1-2. Like, I'm resting, I'm 1-2.
Yeah, because I don't have your other one dialed in yet.
Yeah, but literally, as I'm like, I have to take this out because we'll never know if, that flex you were explaining. And literally, just in a few hours, my teeth just started to flex, and then things started touching, and I go, let's go eat. And I'm like, we didn't even work on the other side. So,
what'd you eat? I'm gonna make me hungry.
We can make it that great. Throw them on the stop right here at us, and then see on that one more kid.
Yeah.
What is it?
47.
You gotta be kidding me.
I know my jaw so well.
That's pretty cool. So this is like 20, not even 24 hours.
Not even 24.
Yeah, and he was 38.
Really?
Try moving left and right. Now go the other way. That's pretty.
Everything's increased.
That's pretty normal. Closed. Open. Perfect. Good. That'll work. Yeah. See, this is different than the other day, guys.
Yeah.
Which is good.
That's way different.
It's open up. They would open up.
Something's changed because you didn't look like this the other day. Yeah, you've got.
I know I'm opening way better. That is way better than
It's
yesterday.
massive. That's like 30%.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
He wanted to do a total joint replacement. I'm like,
Jesus.
what's the what's the outcome? And he's like, in you, 20, 30%
Positive?
positive. And I'm like, if I was your son, he goes, no. I'm like, yeah, let's look for other options. If I have support over here, to the point where everything is just lightly touching, a little bit of canine, a little bit of back,
That's
a little
what we
bit
want.
of front,
That's what we want.
and I can still talk, a little bit of chew, you know, like, I think the ribeye is an ultimate test. Honestly, like, how do you know if you don't eat a ribeye?
I'm saying it.
I feel like that's the scientific proof.
You were so, oh
I
my
don't-
gosh.
I don't know.
I was like, isn't that crazy how relaxed?
Yeah.
He was
I was
forgetting.
like,
I knew we
man,
weren't going
drugs
anywhere.
sound
Like,
great.
he didn't wake up.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, he
this
hasn't
is,
felt that relaxed.
I'm like, this is
That's
good
up
for me.
against-
Okay, push towards me. Thanks.
My brother could talk to me.
No.
Yeah.
The good Lord said, I gotta give you TMJ to slow you down.
Hey guys, it's either going to adapt or it's not.
Yeah, that,
You know, it's like, it's up to the body
It's
now.
the weirdest thing.
See, that's amazing. Because yesterday, his front jaw
was back.
no,
Was going
he started
too far
out back
forward.
and then it went way forward.
Oh,
And now he's back where he needs to be. Because body's relearning the new spot. Muscle is figuring it out. And hopefully up here will adapt. See, that's the key. If this guy up here adapts in the joints, whatever's left of the joint, we'll be good to go. But I can't control that, guys.
that
You know, all we're doing is we're controlling muscle through the bite.
right.
So if bone and cartilage and all that crud will take over and heal over time,
But
it's
after
gonna fix
all of
itself.
this gum and candy, all that stuff, you shouldn't be.
I'd avoid super hard crunchy stuff for a while at least.
Just let them hear it.
Yeah, I mean seriously, you know, eat healthy.
Oh, for sure.
You know, there's not much to do
Awesome.
because these disclusion times are super swift. Your spasm's gone. Now all of a sudden you're at D line. See, just the canines touching.
Right.
So that's the whole point of disclusion. So we're actually in 0.23 seconds, we clear the back teeth. And based on Kirstein's research, it's 0.41.
It's quick.
Statistically, it's 0.5 practically. So you're twice as fast as you need to be.
Right.
So I don't want to touch jack.
It's quick.
That's super quick. Yeah, so that makes the muscles like, it's like the
Now they
flash
get
now.
to relax instead of.
Oh, he just does his thing and only the one does his thing. The guy, TAR, going to the right, does his thing, and he just saw the other three. TAL, the opposite, shuts down, and masseters are pretty well shut down. So now just that one muscle, TAR, is working swiftly, and it crushes the food. You're going sideways. The other guys are just idling. Instead, before, he was working like crazy. The interferences of the teeth were causing the other ones to work. So you had four engines revving, and now you've got one. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I completely understand
Yeah.
the off to the
Now
right.
body in less than 24 hours
Yeah.
has found its home.
We're,
It's tough, man.
It's full still. I'm almost done. Oh wow, amazing. They're chilled. This is perfect.
normally they're popping on
Oh
just
dude,
from.
wait till I show you what he was yesterday at the end of treatment. Actually, I'll show you right now. See, that's what's amazing about this stuff. We can pull it back up. It's part of his record.
And you
Yeah,
can see.
But you guys asked me to send this somewhere else. They won't know what to do with it. This was yesterday at the end of treatment. His temporalis muscles, these numbers are, here watch. This is right now, 1.19, 0.78, 1.33, 1.09. Now watch right after treatment yesterday. 0.31, they're almost dead. 0.36, and this guy was 2.33, like, it was like a car that's idling at 2,300 RPM. Just didn't know what's going on.
Never stop.
Yeah, and then this guy was normal, MML. But this guy across the board last night was just like
Going nuts.
bouncing around, didn't know what the hell was going on. But now look at these guys. They're basically about the same. I mean, this is smooth. This is awesome. They're idling like they're supposed to be. Now open big. Bite really hard. Now open big. And that's perfectly normal. Oh, guys, I'm not touching anything today.
Yeah,
This is, my gut says leave it alone. It's not It's a B plus A minus range where he's at. But all we're going to do is we're going to polish back the canines, and I'm going to image those into the CEREC, just in
Okay,
case
cool.
you ever break a canine. So I can make it in
Oh,
ceramic if I had
exactly.
to.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So you're 5 times stronger today than you were,
That's awesome.
because body now is a little happier with what's going on. This is telling me that you're clearing the lactic. The muscle's now not as ischemic as it was.
Mhm.
Ischemic means without oxygen,
Right.
which means it relies upon anaerobic cycles for energy.
Right.
Because you're sucking it dry. You've made it, the muscle's a desert. You've sucked out all the
Waters are
oxygen.
coming in now.
Because you're always asking for so much energy. Your aerobic is to absolute capacity. You
Working
need
all
more
the
energy
time.
because those damn engines are firing constantly. So you're pulling to the anaerobic, spewing out lactic. Well, that's gone now. And what you felt that was so profound yesterday, describe it.
Good.
At the end of treatment, like what was it like?
I can't really explain. I've never felt like that before. It's like a tingling, like almost like I was giving a different type of Novocaine with anesthetic
Yeah.
in it at the same time. Just, I couldn't feel anything. I
Your
was-
face kind of went numb.
Like yeah,
Was it the both sides, one side, cheek, right side, where?
it was it was like the cheeks, like touching. I could feel I was touching my face, but didn't really know where the fingers were.
Yeah.
Wasn't aware of where I was biting.
Yeah.
That was like really weird, because I'm always usually so aware of my bite. You
Yeah.
know? Just really tired.
And then you crashed when you got back to the hotel.
Yeah, like immediately. And then woke up, and I just started thinking. I was like, that's when I like.
Yeah, but when you walked out, here, slide your jaw forwards a hair, further, and now open just a bit. You were about like that when you walked out of here.
Yeah.
That's about, right there is
Right
about where he
here.
was.
Yeah, it was.
You remember that?
I was
Yeah.
sitting on top of it.
And now bite. Now he's got the normal bite again.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
That's the last thing I remember.
Yeah, he started going out.
And then like it's
Like-
stuff's like I don't know.
It was like
I was
Quaalude
like-
or something.
I don't know, man. I was like,
We
what
walked
the
in.
hell? But
I wish you were back here.
I was
You
like-
should have seen it.
Just him walking out. I was
asleep.
like, I remember seeing this on the video. Thank God I was all
I better shush. Let's get it imaged. They gotta go. All you have to say is we're controlling the muscle through the bite. And my muscle was trying to find a home, and it didn't have a home. That's basically what we're
yeah, that sounds good, right, bro?
doing.
Yeah, that's what's simpler. It's
Well,
better.
no.
And if we're lucky, Mom, my joints are gonna adapt,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't need surgery.
Right. That she hears
If the
that. That's the way it
joints-
should. But Mike doesn't talk.
I
If the
don't talk like
if the
that.
joints don't adapt,
Then we know what we have
we're
to
gonna
do.
have to get surgery.
Either way, we
Passion for this stuff because I see a need.
big time.
Yeah. They say there's about 20 million people in the U.S. alone. You should see my inbox every morning I wake up, and the other side of the world is writing me emails. Good. I'm a third of the way done.
Data doesn't lie. I don't have to do a wealth of research on T-scan to know that this makes sense. Well, yesterday I thank God for save mode, because I mean after I was in another world.
How's your ears?
Oh, my ears, like
Remember the clogging and the problem?
I'm noticing that the pressure's not building like so quickly.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal for me.
Yeah, because
That-
producing.
That's my industry, man. I have to
Yeah.
hear everything.
Yeah.
Like everything.
So in 24 hours-ish, it's been less.
It's been less than 24.
You notice a little bit of
I'm
a difference.
noticing that I'm literally, I would have to, when I first saw you,
Yeah.
I mean, the plane, holy
Yeah.
crap. Without gum,
You need to let me know what happens on the plane ride back. You need to send me an email.
that's gonna be huge.
I want to know.
But already, I mean, I would just talking to you, it build up, have to release, build up, release, build up, release.
How's it now?
Now it's
Today.
like this, I release and I probably get 5-10 minutes and it's like this slow build. I don't know.
It's not like it was.
Before it was that
was almost as torturous as that constant in pain in that joint.
You know, I watched you the other day. You were always touching
I
your
was
right
always
ear.
touching my ear.
I know.
And today I just, I don't know how to explain it, man. Because it's not supposed to make sense. Because literally, I mean,
We see the teeth. You see, it's not. Don't give the joint that much credence because we kind of made it less important from what we did. I mean, I'm not saying it's not important. It's very important, but we've made it less important because the teeth dictate what the muscles do. The muscles move the jaw. The joint may move around. Centric relation is where they're always trying to treat people. That's just a random position. It doesn't really matter. What matters is there a disc there? And if there isn't, is it stable and adapted? If it's stable and adapted, we can do our thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I don't care if you're neuromuscular. I don't care if you're a neural surgeon. It doesn't matter. Like that. I mean, I've been doing a lot of research,
Yeah.
and one thing that I found is, as long as you have some skin to hold the joint from literally just, I mean, the jaw from literally just dropping on the floor.
Yeah.
If you can get that bite somewhat stable, your body will adapt to the fact that there's stuff missing.
How often would you normally have a headache?
I have a headache every day.
And you haven't had
I
one
wake
today?
up with a headache.
Yeah.
I go to sleep with a headache.
Yeah.
I hate headaches.
Right.
Wow, that's so weird.
You don't have a headache.
I don't have a headache.
I want to know Monday if you have a headache.
That's weird. I'm gonna say my bite feels weird. That's the honest to God truth.
Weird.
It just feels weird.
Yeah. It's not. You're not
And
adapted.
I'm not used to it. It's like, man, that canine, you know? But, you know, how am I supposed to say that when it's like, yeah, I know how to read that, and it's like, that makes sense. And then you're able to recall yesterday, and
Yeah. Record.
wow, it's like you can't refute that.
Yeah, and everyone else uses the ribbon.
Yeah,
And they use models.
right.
Models distort. You know chemistry.
Oh, for
You
sure.
pour gypsum, is it going to expand and contract?
Yes.
Yeah.
From
And paper, is that high tech?
No.
Does that
no,
quantify
no.
anything?
It's-
No.
You can't quantify that at all.
No.
From the time I leave that office and come back, literally the next day, just you changing the temperature in that office,
Right.
everything's changed.
Right.
You know? And when I start talking too much and that oral surgeon starts to get upset, that's when I know it's like, wait a minute, I know too much. Let me stop talking. They hate that. It's like, yeah, stop.
You're
reading
questioning
my
their
book.
methods.
You're questioning everything I learned. You know, I went to school for this. You're just a layman. I'm like,
Well,
yes, sir.
You're owning the disease, so you're very learned about it.
They don't like that at all. Nobody's doing joint first. And I go, I know. And he goes, yeah, I can call around. I can get people to put braces on and move your teeth willy-nilly. I can get them to grind your teeth willy-nilly. Hell, I could do it. But, key word, willy-nilly.
Well, see, you got to
And I'm
screen the
like-
joint before you do this.
Nobody's screening. They'll put the braces on, and they'll charge you.
Oh yeah.
And it's all about treatment plans with no
We hear that every
Oh,
case.
man.
You're not everyone that walks in here.
treatment plan,
They'll have a
right?
list of this is what they want to do, this is how much.
Yep.
It's always about the bottom line dollar.
That bottom line dollar. And it's like, wow, you hit me with that treatment plan pretty quickly. And
But how much thinking did they
Yeah.
do about it?
Zero.
And how much investigation? What was objective?
nothing.
They're
Nothing.
palpating your muscles at best.
Oh, that's it.
They'll take some models, they'll mount it on an articulator, make it look all fancy,
Oh, man.
take a few intraoral photos for you, and try to explain
You don't want to get me started on.
that wisdom tooth of yours
Mhm.
was occluding so hard, and you know why? Because your left joint had collapsed some, just a little bit.
Just a
'Cause
little bit, right?
what advice you got for anybody that's thinking about doing this?
Like Nike, just do it.
Like Nike.
No, I would definitely say, you know, try to do as much research as you can because TMD is a progressive disease. It's going to get worse. It's going to start off as a headache It's going to start off as ringing in your ear, then pressure in your ear. And as I said earlier, pain shrinks your world. Basically, it will change your entire personality. Will I ever get better? Will I ever enter back into society? We were not meant as human beings to sit in a house all day pondering our futures. We were meant to contribute whatever the good Lord blessed us with, to contribute to the next man, whether that's doing something even as simple as volunteering. It doesn't matter if you are destined to be a janitor or a physicist. We all play a role in this world working. No man is more important than the next, for without every single aspect coming together as a puzzle, this world might as well stop spinning on its axis. So if you do the research, you will see that TMD is a very serious problem, and the more people that bring awareness, the more we use social media to bring that awareness to light, to where the insurance companies can no longer ignore it and say that it's not a true medical problem.
Yeah, they're good at that, aren't
Oh, they are awesome
Yeah.
at saying it's not a big deal. But take it from me, someone who fought 3 years, putting record after record together to where they could not refute the fact that I was once a functioning, highly functioning human being that literally was getting amazing grades in school. I mean, working multiple jobs, and basically when you get approved for the hardest government aid to get under the classification of temporomandibular joint disorder, that should give you some hope that it's not all in your head. When you're sitting down that psychologist and you don't really have anything to talk about, that's indication that you're not going crazy.
You talk to psychologists too, huh?
Oh yeah, there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
You're not going crazy. That's a reason that there's primary depression, which is you have the wife, you have the kids, you have the great job, everything's going great, and for whatever reason you're depressed and anxious. An antidepressant might help, or you might need to go talk about something because something's not quite right, and that psychologist might help you out to figure out what's going on. And then there's secondary depression, where you're having illness or you're in constant pain, and basically under normal circumstances you would not be depressed.
Such as TMD.
Such as TMD.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why there is Mike, who is happy-go-lucky, always smiling. What can I do for others? As I said, great grades, working, helping others constantly. And over time, this pain just broke me down. See a neurologist, and the second they, block those peripheral nerves with an anesthetic that lasts, 5 minutes or 3 hours, during that span of time, that depression and that anxiety goes away like that. And once again, I'm optimistic about the future. I want to work. I want to do everything. And when it wears off, that depression and that anxiety comes back like that. And trust me,
Cause and effect.
it's a cause and effect.
Yeah. Hey, are you glad you had it done
Absolutely.
to date? I mean, it's only been a day. We've
It's
gotta give it some
only
time.
been a day, and I will say, thank God for that sheet. I thought that sheet,
The sheet, the screening?
that
form?
screening sheet, I'm like, oh, all these questions. Oh, I have to do a narrative. I just need to just get there and just talk straight to the doctor. I don't understand this, but
No,
when
there's a
when
reason
you
for
act,
it.
now I see there's a reason for it, because when you're doing it over and over and over again, when you've had a headache every single day, from the time that you wake up to the time that you go to sleep. And then all of a sudden, you do this thing called DTR using a T scan and an EMG, and you're biting on this piece of paper, and you're taking all this data and you're putting it together, and some crazy doctor's doing this thing, and you've seen every doctor in Florida, and yes, there's some honest doctors that you've seen over the course of this decade, but most of which basically are just talking about treatment plan, and I can't even tell you how much money I've spent over all this period of time. And you finally come across another honest doctor. It's just so weird. Your defenses are up, and they're up, and they're up, and they're up. And you realize when you're filling out this sheet, wait a minute, I don't have a headache today.
So this is the first day, and how long you haven't had a headache?
2001. I believe we're in the year 2014.
For real? Like every day?
So, yeah, when you're getting injected with foreign viruses, Botox, you've reached a pretty bad point. When you used to have cartilage and you don't know where the cartilage is from MRI to MRI, and you still go ahead with something that makes sense to you, but you really can't explain why it's working, and your bite doesn't really feel quite right, but the data says just give it a chance. And in less than 24 hours, you go from freaking out to, wait a minute, I kind of feel okay here, and things are just getting better and better and better.
Well, it's Saturday. Go have your weekend.
I'm gonna go eat a ribeye. That's what I'm
That's
trying
the
to convey
ultimate
here. The most important part of this video is eat a ribeye.
That's the true test.
That's the true test. You won't know any other way. 'Cause
All right, we'll see you Monday.
we'll see.